If you think a shop vac is handling your dust, it's probably not. I'm Nick, and welcome to my shop. Today, I'm covering dust collection. This is one of the more misunderstood areas of woodworking. There's a lot of lore out there and a lot of options. Today, I'm going to cover them all. Shop vacs, dust collectors, these separators. I'm going to talk about what they're good at and bad at, and hopefully you can decide what you need for your shop. So let's first talk about why this dust that we generate here in the shop is dangerous. While working in the shop, you actually create a wide variety of coarseness, basically. From here on the left, these shavings from Forstner bits. In the middle is more what I get off the lathe for more of the fine cuts. And over here is the dangerous stuff. This very fine particulate. This fine particle is the one we really need to worry about. These particles can get down to smaller than a micron, and that becomes important because they can get into our lungs and into our bloodstreams. Our mucus in our lungs just can't capture it. So this is the stuff we need to be concerned about and the stuff that will harm you. So the easiest and cheapest way, in my opinion, to protect yourself in the shop is to not have dust collection at all. Just wear a mask 24/7 when you're in here. You can get these cheap masks. These are like N95 masks. They're, 95% effective at that 1 micron level. But really, these respirators are where it's at. You can get different packs on them for whatever you want. You can get the P100s that'll block, all of it. But really what's great about these is you can wear them for hours and still be comfortable. I used to turn with this when I was sanding and stuff, and it worked great. And if you're doing this a lot, like turning a lot, working in the shop a lot, and you don't want to wear the masks, the next best option are these powered respirators. This thing has a fan in it that pulls the air through a filter and blows it down my face, and this is pretty comfortable to wear. If you're a professional doing this every day, this is definitely the way to go. The option though that I first started with was not the masks, not that stuff, was actually just this fan. I've always had my wood shop in a garage, so I could open up the door. And I point this out the door, and this thing's always just ejecting the dust outside. It works fairly well actually, but if you have cars sitting in your driveway, they get dusty. And that's the other thing. These solutions are not capturing the dust. Your shop is just gonna get covered in dust. Your surfaces are gonna be dusty, your tools are gonna be dusty, everything's just gonna be covered in dust, which just means you have to clean your shop more. And if you do any kind of finishing, you have to be really good about cleaning before you put the finishes on your piece. So it's not like a great option, but it is an option. And again, the whole point of this is to not breathe in that dust. So if you can just eject it away from you while you're sanding, hey, that works. So let's say you actually want to keep your shop clean and collect some of that dust so it's easy to dispose of. And the first thing you're probably going to reach for is a shop vac. These things are great at vacuuming out your car, vacuuming up the corners. And as a dust collector, they kind of work. So they have two main problems. The first problem is these filters. Whenever you're doing sanding and stuff like that, it's a lot of fine particulate, and that clogs up these filters very fast. So heavy sanding, I can clog one of these up in about 5-10 minutes, and then I lose the suction and it just doesn't work as well. And I could take this filter out and blow it out and, try to keep it clean best I can. That doesn't really work too well. The other option is you get one of those dust deputy, the separators that use a bucket. And I happen to have one. So this is a cyclone separator. You put this in front of your shop vac. This goes on here. Try to keep everything on your table. And then you have a hose coming out here that you do the dust collection with. These things work great at taking a lot of that particulate, bigger pieces, and dropping it into the bucket. So it keeps your filter clean. So if you're gonna go this route, you definitely need one of these, so you're just not clogging this up all the time. The main downside to them is you have a 5-gallon bucket, so if you're doing anything like planing wood that generates a large number of chips, this thing's gonna get filled fast, which is not a terrible problem. You do have some dust collection. But if you're planing a lot of wood, I would just shoot it onto the floor and broom it up. Yeah, just don't do dust collection at that point. Terrible advice, I know. But the big problem with shop vacs is they're high suction, low airflow versus dust collectors that are high airflow, low suction. So what does that mean? Well, I'll show you. I have a block of wood here. I'd say it weighs about 2 pounds. And what I can do with my shop vac is actually stick it to my hose and pick it up. And that's because there's a lot of suction. It'll pretty much suck it into the hose and hold on to it. Versus my dust collector, when I stick it to the hose, when I turn it upright, it falls off. It does not have that much suction power. Now, let's talk about airflow. Here I actually have some sanding going on, but I have enough airflow flowing into my dust collection hood. You can see the particles are just going right in. If I was going to hook my shop vac up to that, it's just not going to create that airflow that pulls the dust in. The dust is just going to settle onto the lathe and not get collected. I have used the fan at my back to kind of get around that problem in the past, so use the fan method with a shop vac. That kind of works. Yeah, dust collectors are just so much better at this. So now you know the difference between a dust collector and a shop vac. Let's move on to dust collectors. So what I have here is my JDS dust collector. This is known as a one-stage dust collector, and it has a bag on the top, and this bag is rated for 1 micron, which is, if you're gonna get a dust collector, what I recommend. But what I mean by one stage is here. And what I mean by a one-stage dust collector is here we have the inlet for the impeller that blows all the dust into this bag. The big stuff will collect at the bottom, small stuff will get floated at the top, and then as it deflates, it drops all the stuff down. And this thing works great. You get a lot of dust, goes right through, collects it. The big problem with this system is chips. If I'm doing something on a planer, which creates a large amount of chips, that'll all get stuck in the impeller because it has to go through the impeller to get to the collecting area, and it'll just get clogged up. But again, this is only if you're heavily planing wood. For sanding and stuff like that, not a problem. And that's where you need a 2-stage dust collector. And literally a 2-stage dust collector is one of these in front of one of these. Now, being bigger than a shop vac, this is going to be bigger. And you can actually get the dust deputies size for this unit, and they would be attached to a 55-gallon barrel. And that gives you plenty of capacity to plane wood. And that leads me to this thing. This is my current dust collector. This is Laguna P-Flex 1. It's a 1.5 horses, and it's awesome. So this is a 2-stage dust collector. This is the cyclone separator on this side. Everything drops into this bin. This has the filter on this side that collects all that fine particulate, and it has a cleaner in it that drops it down to the bottom every so often. And a bunch of sound deadening, so it's quieter than the other unit. This is basically the Cadillac of dust collectors for 1.5 horses. You can go bigger and do cooler things if you have more money, but at that point you get into 220. This allows me to run a planer, and all the big chips get separated before it goes through the fan. And then all that fine particulate should get separated out here, but if it doesn't, it'll get caught by this filter. And that's how I keep this shop so clean. A lot of that fine particulate, 90% of it that's coming off the tool, ends up in this unit. In my unit, this is the filter that collects all that fine particulate. In comparison, here's a shop vac filter. Yeah, this guy is terrible for airflow compared to this big guy. On both of these units, they have a splitter that gives you 2 4-inch ports, and 4 inches like the standard dust collection size. And then from there, you just plumb it into a 4-inch hose, and that attaches to all kinds of things like the dust hood that I use on my lathe. Or it attaches to the 4-inch hose that goes to the bandsaw, or the 4-inch port on the back of the sander. So yeah, these 4-inch hoses make things very convenient. But then it becomes the question of, do you just move one of these around your shop all the time, or do you run tubing for all your tools? So the debate between moving a hose around or just having everything plumbed in is probably going to last till the end of time. Which one's better? But what I prefer is a mixture of both. So right here is the Rockler system, their dust right. And I really like this because I have attachments. With just the handle, I can have a brush that'll vacuum off your tools, or I can switch it out to a floor vacuum. And then you can get collars like this that slide in, and you can put this on a 4-inch dust port, just what I have on basically every one of my tools. And this is not sponsored at all, by the way. I bought all of this with my own money because it is worth it. But I do have some stuff plumbed in, like behind my lathe here. I do have a dust hose running to it. I can hook the dust collection hood that I use in my lathe into it. And running behind the wall here is the other end of that pipe, and it goes right in the dust collector. So while dust collection is great, and the best thing to do is collect the dust at the tool using the ports, it's not 100% effective. It'll catch about 90 to 95% of the dust in the shop, and that last 5% still just floats around. So a respirator is still recommended for heavy sanding applications. And the other thing you can do is get what I call an air scrubber. I have one hanging here from the ceiling, and I'll turn it on when it gets dusty, and it just circulates the air in the room, and it runs it through filters. A lot of that fine particulate stuff will get caught in there, and that also gives the added benefit of your surfaces are not dusty. If I'm putting down a polyurethane finish, I'll clean the shop really good, run that for a bit, and it just keeps everything cleaner. Bonus time. These mats that you can put down in front of your door, the ones that are sold in the wood supply stores, they have these like loops in it. These catch a lot of the dust and dirt that's on your shoes. If you have a workshop that's connected to your house, I recommend one of these mats as it stops you from tracking all the dust back into the house on your shoes. So yeah, that's about it. The things to keep in mind is it's not about perfect dust collection, it's about better dust collection. You're always gonna have some dust that you can't collect, but the goal is to get as much as you can. I hope this video helped out with your own dust collection problem, and you learned something along the way. If you want to support the channel, hit that like button, please. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it really helps it out. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and have fun. And today, let's talk about dust collection. It really sucks. Yeah, that was a bad joke. I'll see myself out.